Hot. Good morning. Happy Saturday, Dustin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing,
I am
Melissa?
doing so good. So good. I am excited to bring you on today and chit chat with some of my friends. Hello everyone. Good morning. Thank you for being jumping on here. If you're catching us on live, drop live in the comments. If you're catching us on replay, drop replay. We're going to talk a little bit about TAC today. Our new DFT, guys, this is our new DFT, TAC, Thrive Against Cancer. It is in the back office as of yesterday for ordering again, so get it in your hands. I was talking with Dustin a little while ago, and you know, personally, when Joe started TAC, Dustin, he was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this." He was messaging me like day 2. My joints have never felt better. Guys, what we're doing over here is 3 simple steps. So we take capsules and a lifestyle mix. Capsules before our feet hit the floor in the morning. 20 to 30 minutes later, we drink a lifestyle mix. The color of these 2 might change, but these never change. These might be blue if you're a guy. This is vanilla for Joe because he's a vanilla guy. And so, like, these 2 might change, but these 2 are our core products. Good morning, Peggy. These never change. This is our 3rd step, our DFT, our dermafusion technology. And when Thrive first launched, these were the 3 steps. Of course, this might not have been so pretty. It was just green, right, Dustin?
Yeah, just a plain green.
Just a plain green regular. These 3 steps totally revolutionized premium nutrition. And over the years, Lavelle, because they love us so much, has changed formulas and given us basically what we are asking for when it comes to this 3rd step. People want more energy. People want more joint support. Like these 3 steps, like I said, have changed my life and Dustin's life. Dustin, just the 3 steps. What did you notice like within the first few days or week or whatever of just taking the 3 steps with the regular DFT?
Yeah, absolutely. Those 3 steps, like I said, they changed everything for me. They in the beginning, you got to give it some time to get in your system, but right away I noticed just a smooth energy. Nothing crazy, not like I just slammed a rock star or anything like that, but just brought me up to here in the morning and just kind of kept me there all day. And I really like that. And I noticed a better focus. So I got that for the first couple of weeks. I thought, hey, this is great. But I also in the back of my mind was thinking, there's a lot of products out there that can give you energy. That doesn't make it anything super special. But after a couple of weeks of being on product, I started noticing joint support and doing concrete work for 10 years, shoveling concrete. My hands were all bunged up from doing that. My elbow hurt. Anybody overuses one arm, guys swinging hammers, mechanics, that was giving me issues. And I started noticing, and after a couple of weeks using the products, the inflammation was getting out of my body. And that was when it was like, okay, this is a whole different ballgame. This is a lot more than just energy. So that was those 3 products. And that's kind of, I've been using this product for a long time now, and those are the 3 products that you just showed there, except I use the men's capsules, and that's what I've been using. That's been my go-to for this whole time.
I love that. So it's kind of same for me. Like I noticed the energy and things like that fairly quickly within a couple of weeks. By week 4, that mood support was really huge for me. And that's why I thrive. I love how like we all get all the same things, but there's usually like 1 or 2 things that really is stand out for us. And that's why we thrive. I thrive for mood support so I can stay married. That's it. So I can stay in my house and my kids aren't afraid of me. And I had that by 4 weeks into thriving. So that's all super exciting, right? So we're thriving with our 3 steps. And then Lavelle released our new tech. I can't even remember when they first released it. Was it 3 months ago?
It must have been roughly
January?
7, 8 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah.
Oh gosh,
I
time
think
just
Tip.
goes right by.
I had to ask my wife. I'm like, how long have you been on this product? I don't even know. She's like, I think it's been like 6 weeks for you. And then I think a week for us to get it because we were on vacation when it released. So
Oh, okay. So now that makes sense. I feel like it's been around forever,
right.
but I'm like, I don't know if it really can be. So 6 weeks has been around. So I, like you, I ordered mine right away when it came out for myself and for my husband, Joe. And within a few days, like I said, Joe was messaging me saying my joints have never felt better. Now he likes the joint support in Thrive as well. TAC took him to another level. Now I want to dig into, and he's never noticed anything not that way. Like he's gotten all the things right away. Not so much for Dustin and I, and that's kind of what I want to touch on a little bit this morning. I always tell my friends, when you start thriving, you're going to give me 4 weeks before you make a decision on anything. Well, Dustin, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not follow my own advice. I started on TAC, and within like that first week, like the first few days were fantastic, right? Like it was all the energy and all the mental focus and just all the awesome stuff. And then I kind of hit, I think, what we call a detox or an adjustment to the new formula. And I don't want to say that my mood support tanked, but I noticed that my patience, that fuse on my patience got a little bit smaller at the end of the day. And I'm like, oh, it's not for me. I can't do it. I got to go back to my regular. And I went back to regular. Now, did something like that kind of happen to you? You didn't go back, but something like that kind of happened for you. So tell me about your TAC when you first started.
Absolutely. Well, first thing you can notice is this is a little bit bigger DFT. It's a bigger footprint than that original 2.0, you know? So yeah, look at the difference in the size there. So there's a lot more real estate there, a lot more product on it. And I tell you, when I put on the first day, I made it until I think 2 in the afternoon. I was feeling almost nauseous. It was almost too much for my system. It was all getting in my system. You guys, this goes in through your skin all day long. I got it up over here on the back of my arm. It goes, it's drifting into your system all day long, getting into your bloodstream. And, I just all of a sudden doubled, tripled, almost or doubled the amount that was getting into my system, and a lot of new ingredients that I wasn't getting in that 2.0. And so I was actually feeling a little nauseous. And the reason I stuck with it after feeling a little nauseous the first day is because I heard the CEO say he had to pull it off the first day he was on it. And I'm like, oh man, he wasn't kidding. He goes, this is a different animal. This is a total different animal than anything they've ever created. So I'm like, and this is the guy, the science guy, the guy with the brain behind all the ingredients and stuff. And he's like, be careful, you put that on, you may have to pull it off, but give it a chance. So I pulled it off that day. The next day I wore it and I got through the whole day. Same thing. I noticed some better energy and some different things. And this one does have some caffeine in it, where that 2.0 doesn't have caffeine. This has 13 milligrams of caffeine. But think about that. That's drip feeding over the course of probably the first 8 hours. That caffeine is going to be all in your system. So that's awesome. It just gives you that nice, smooth energy too, but just up a notch, right? And so I like that. But it was about, again, 2 weeks. My body is I have like what I say, a 2-week body. It takes 2 weeks of something getting into me before I will detox from it, So I detoxed out, probably around that 10 to 12 day mark. My first time thriving, my beginning when I first started. And that's when all of a sudden my joints started feeling better on the backside of that. Well, this DFT, my shoulders start aching again. I've had some surgeries on my shoulder and, it's pretty tore up, but I was like, oh, my shoulder's starting to ache again. My elbow's starting to ache. I'm like, to look at the wife and say, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this one. I thrive for the joint support, like you thrive for the mood support, right? Our bodies are all different. We all have different nutritional gaps, and Thrive gets in there and fills those gaps. I got friends who've never had a joint issue in their whole life, and I can't even relate to that. Like, how is that even possible? There's people who can't go to the bathroom. They poop once a week, and I'm like, what the heck, I'm like twice a day, and it just doesn't even make sense to me. But the joint support for me is huge. So when I was aching, I'm like, what you said, we tell people, give us 4 weeks, give us 8 weeks. Everybody's body absorbs different. It sounds like Joe's takes it in right away. He's probably pretty clean. His cells are pretty detoxed out, all the time, which is awesome. It's funny because I remember the first time I came to your guys' house and we did a little event there. We had some people around, we were talking Thrive, and Joe's in the background drinking a Coca-Cola, just shaking his head at us, if I remember right. And now here he is. Now here he is loving it all, and and getting some great benefits. It's so cool. But for me, I decided I should stick it out and let's just see what happens. Because man, when you look at the ingredients list, and maybe after we can drop the ingredients list in here on this video, but Forceline, the white willow bark extract, it's helping with that inflammation. You have aloe vera leaf extract in there, the 5-HTP, which is the mood support, stuff. And then there's the where is it? The elderberry. Those are all things you hear in the buzzwords for the immune system and stuff. I'm like, I want to get this in my system. There's a lot more ingredients in there, guys. Those are just a few that were like catching my eye when I saw vitamin C in this one. And so I stuck it out, and boy, was I glad. And I was probably on, I must've been on week 3 or 4 maybe week 3 when we talked to you, then week 4. And I said, I got through that. And now, I'm not gonna lie, I actually took some Advil. I hadn't eaten Advil. I used to eat Advil by the handful pre-Thrive. Then I got Thrive, and the DFT was I didn't have to use it anymore. During that week, I actually had to use some, and I was like, oh boy, this sucks. This is why I thrive. But I'm like, I pushed through, and now joints don't hurt at all. It's all freaking awesome. And I know I'm getting all these extra benefits. I'm feeling fuller faster. Mm-hmm. And it reminds me, there are certain, like we all have different parts of our Thrive journey, right? The things happen in our lives, and it kind of changes how our bodies react. And I feel like, and I remember there was a time when my metabolism was just rocking, and I would want to eat multiple times a day, but not a lot. And that's kind of what I feel like this point in this journey is like I get hungry a lot, but I don't have to eat a lot. But I have to listen to my brain, right? I can sit there and overindulge and just, but no, I'm full, I'm good, and I can feel it. So I like that aspect. What are you liking right now? What'd you say, a couple weeks back on now?
Yep, I decided to try to take my advice. Actually, your wife came over one day a couple weeks ago and we were talking about it, and I was wearing my regular. I'm like, oh, I'm a baby. I went back to regular. She told me about your story, and then I remembered about Joe, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to stick with it. I wrote it in my calendar because obviously for me, I thought it's been out for months. It's only been out for 6 weeks. So I wrote it in my calendar and I checked this morning, and today is, oh gosh, and then I already forgot, 7, 14. I think today is day 16 for me. So I've been on it for a couple of weeks, and probably 3 days ago I broke through. And wow, like the energy and the clean focus, but that appetite thing really hit me yesterday. Like, and guys, I'm gonna be honest, the first couple of weeks on the tack, I was eating my house. Like, I'm like, what is going on? I was feeling like I couldn't get it. But you know what? My metabolism, the older I get, it's tanked. Like, my metabolism is just ugh. And so Thrive really helps with that. And TAC was really boosting that up for me. Yesterday, I think I ate like a bird, but I ate like 6 times.
Yeah.
And I woke up feeling smaller this morning. So it's really kicking in now. So I just wanted to get on here and stress, guys, give it 4 weeks. And
Yeah.
on any DFT, really. Go
ahead.
ahead.
One other note, I'm not a medical guy, I'm not a scientist, but this is how my brain works. My brain says that I felt like my body was getting, when my joints were hurting for the time frame after starting this product on TAC, I felt like I was detoxing sugar. I'm not a huge sugar eater, but we all consume in all kinds of food we don't even realize it's in, right? But I felt like it was getting in my system and it was causing some issues. And so I think we different products help detox our bodies different. And I feel like I was detoxing, it was working up in my bloodstream. It's given us those cravings, the increased appetite, things like this, all these triggers. But once we get that flushed out, because I always say Thrive gets in there and detoxes us at like a cellular level, it gets it out into our system. But then we got to get it out of our body, right? And man, that's a real thing. And we got to get it out with water. That's how, that's like, you go get a massage. It's my favorite analogy. You go get a good massage at a good massage place. And when you get up, the first thing they do, what do? They hand you some water. And that's because they just work those toxins up out of knots, and it's in your system, and you're going to feel like crud before you feel better, especially if you don't drink water. You don't want to feel like crud, push a lot of water after that massage. Same thing we tell people here. Oh, got my earbuds. But same thing we tell people here. If you're not noticing what you want with it, make sure you're pushing water and getting through that detox there.
Yes, so true. Joe goes to the chiropractor a few times, one time every few weeks, and the next day he can feel it because he's like, oh, I got to get my water and I got to get it out. So yeah, same concept. And I noticed too, the first couple of weeks, like, water was rough for me. I wasn't like super thirsty, but like this last week I've been pounding my gallon and boom. So water is huge. So good. Awesome. Anything else you wanted to add, Dustin? I like this. This is good.
Yeah. No, I think we hit some great great points, and hopefully can help some people out,
Yes.
whether you've never thrived or interested. And hey, one other piece that's huge for this, so Melissa, we should talk about is these cancer foundations, right?
Oh, yes.
So like this month, we're in April, on the bottom of this package, it says testicular cancer. So $5 every package of this, that our company is giving $5, donating $5 to the Testicular Cancer Foundation this month. Next month in May is brain cancer. So they're doing a different foundation each month. I think that's pretty cool. And that's where the Thrive Against Cancer comes from on this. It's just, we're trying to find a way to help give back. We're getting our bodies healthy, healthier immune systems and all that good stuff. And, we like to give back to those foundations. So that's a pretty cool thing the company does too.
It is awesome. And I should have pulled the number because the number was already crazy. Just was it a couple of weeks ago how much we've already donated to the research fund. So stinking amazing. So, and it just came back yesterday, guys. So get in your back office and get an order. If you're not thriving with us yet, drop something in our messenger or in the comments. we will get in touch with you and get you some more information. The account's free. Everything is free except for your product that you're going to take, but you can thrive for free too. So ask us about that. All right, Dustin, thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday morning. I appreciate your input.
You bet. You guys have a great day.
Bye.